The S&P 500 is on an unstoppable ride of making new all-time highs. Meanwhile, legendary investor Jeremy Grantham is predicting a market crash of epic proportions. Grantham, who has been successful in predicting the previous crashes during the dot-com bubble and the subprime crisis, believes that things are once again looking depressing. Jeremy Grantham believes that investors are witnessing the biggest fantasy trip of all time in the stock market, thanks to a clueless Federal Reserve and the speedy stimulus. Grantham is a legendary investor who is well known for calling the asset bubble in Japan in 1989, the 2000 tech bubble and the 2008 real estate bubble. It has been just over a year since the last stock market crash, which resulted in a steep crash of 35%, followed by the fastest rebound ever seen in history. Grantham believes that the crash last year is significantly different from a traditional bull market ending. He points that this crash resembled the technical stock market crash of 1987, which was a steep hit and a sharp recovery. So guys, in this video, we'll take a look at the signs which point towards a market bubble, according to Grantham, and his strategies to outperform the market over the next few years. Grantham signals to several signs of bubbles everywhere in the market. This includes various measures of depth and margins, which are at peaks, trading volumes which signal bullish momentum, and volumes on call options, and over-the-counter penny stocks, which are trading at a record high. What's more concerning is that the current bull run is particularly dangerous because the bond, stock, and real estate markets are all inflated together. The only other instance where all asset classes were massively inflated was back in 1989, when Japan saw similar investor sentiment. The consequences for the economy were dire, and as a result, stock prices and land values have not returned to their 1989 peak prices even 3 decades later. Many have criticized Grantham's bearish market sentiment, stating that he is not giving enough credit to sign growth businesses who have disrupted the market recently. But Grantham believes that this is not the case. He has also taken these factors into consideration, and despite this, valuations seem stretched. For instance, he believes that while there are many individuals that currently deserve their valuations, with the next Amazon around the corner, the value is diminished, as all these companies have seen a massive run-up over the last 12 months. Grantham's investment firm, Grantham Mayo Ven Atolu, have predicted negative returns on an inflation-adjusted basis over the next 7 years for 10 of the 11 asset classes that it monitors. The firm also expects negative returns of 8% in US large cap stocks and 8.5% in the US small cap stocks. So if Grantham is bearish on US equities, what should investors do to protect their money from a market crash? He gave us 2 simple strategies. First, investing in green stocks. Grantham is known for his work on climate change and has pledged over 98% of his entire wealth towards the development of green energy. As a result, GMO now runs a fund which focuses mainly on companies in renewable energy, energy efficiency, food agriculture, and the forestry. Grantham believes that investors looking for supernormal returns should look towards green stocks. The current global energy infrastructure is incredibly complex and has been built over 150 years. He suggests that transitioning to clean energy will take a tremendous amount of investment and time, which in turn will create significant opportunities for growth. Experts currently predict that investments in renewables alone will be around $2 trillion per year by just 2050. As per Jeremy Grantham, the climate change sector is currently inefficient with significant opportunities expected over the next decade that will add value. Grantham has acknowledged elements of a bubble in green energy stocks, but believes that they are in line with other assets. Grantham credits government support and corporate recognition for the widespread adoption of renewable companies, which will result in widespread interest from the consumers. He gives an example of lithium and copper, which are materials that have seen a massive run-up in price over the last 12 months. But he believes that the current price in these metals are only a temporary high, as in the long term they are very scarce resources that are critical to decarbonizing, resulting in higher prices over the long term. He is also bullish on the stocks of EV makers, which have seen a 200% increase since their March 2020 lows and have massively outperformed the broader market. He suggests that the current EV market is similar to Amazon in 2002. Investors were highly enthusiastic about Amazon stock during the dot-com bubble, which led to a massive sell-off in the subsequent crash, and Amazon stock was down 92% in 2002. But eventually, the company reclaimed its highs and is one of the best performing stocks over the last decade. Grantham expects a few EV makers to flourish and see significant returns over the next decade to come. The second strategy, shift to value. Grantham predicts that there are other segments of the market which will do well in the future, regardless of the performance of the overall market. He has identified value stocks and emerging markets as key signs of growth and expects these to outperform the broader market. Value stocks in particular have performed well in 2021 as the market has shifted focus from high growth technology stocks into value. The Russell 1000 Value Index is up 13.5% for the year, while its growth counterpart is only a fraction above zero. A similar trend emerged after the financial crisis in 2008 when value stocks outperformed growth stocks. A great example of outperformance of value stocks is banking, where JP Morgan and Bank of America have taken advantage of the current low interest rate environment to generate returns. These banks are now attracting depositors at ultra low short-term rates while lending out the money for longer periods at high rates and creating substantial value. So guys, as a result, JP Morgan is up 23% for the year, while Bank of America is up 25%. Emerging markets is another area where Grantham expects to see an outperformance in the coming decade. His firm GMO is predicting that emerging markets would grow at 9% annually after accounting for inflation, which is a massive difference from the prediction about US equity markets. Emerging markets have suffered from the pandemic last year, but are finally showing signs of life. Much of this growth stems from a reopening of trade and economic activity. China, India and Singapore have outperformed the US market. These markets have doubled the returns of the S&P 500 in 2021 and should continue to outperform the US markets in the future as well. The primary reason for the bullish sentiment behind emerging markets is that these nations are where tomorrow's big growth will occur. So the primary reason for emerging markets outperforming the global markets in the short term is due to the surge in commodity prices and raw materials. A good example of this is copper, which is up 17% this year and still continue to rise. With this, I would like to end my video. Now it's your turn to please let me know your thoughts about Jeremy's crash predictions and his strategy to safeguard ourselves during these tough times. And if you have some other strategy, then please share it with our Money Magnet family in the comment section below this video. Also please subscribe to our channel and do like this video. Bye bye and take care.